what's up? How you doing? Look, we back with another one. Deshae Frost is even more cooked after his terrible apology video. So there's been some video footage dropped, leaked about Deshae Frost of him putting his hands on a female. I don't know all of the details, just based on what I have seen. He threw a little get together. There were some girls there. He was trying to pull one of them to the side. I don't know why. It should be explained in this video. And then one thing led to another. They got into an argument and it led to him putting his hands on her. And he made a response to that video that was dropped. So let's see.
Deshae Frost is even more cooked after what I can only describe as the worst apology video of all time. Deshae got canceled this week after footage showed him yelling at a woman because she didn't want to go back into his room and talk to him. She claims he wanted to sleep with her. She didn't want to sleep with him. That pissed him off even more. Then Deshae took her wig and threw it in the ocean.
Nigga lost his mind. Throw it. I don't give a. I'm not bald head. I'm not your sister. What talking about?
Bet that. I bet. Bet that. I bet that. I swear to God. No, I swear to God. What I'm doing?
And then, if that wasn't bad enough, Deshae slapped her so hard that she fell to the ground.
Ooh. Go. Oh. Go.
Jesus! They got him in 4K. In 4K. He got the unk build, but in 4K. In 4K. Like, what? No. Her whole body tipped over. You ever like set a drink on the edge of a table and it fell over? Like, that's literally how, like, some Looney Tunes stuff. You know what I'm saying? Her whole body did a cartwheel. Legs flew up in the air. Head out the camera. That's crazy. But it's just like, it's just insane that like all of this clout, all of this fame, notoriety, and money, it doesn't change who these people are on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And you know what they say? It only amplifies that. And, you know, in this moment, it's a mix of emotional instability and a whole lot of ego. He should have just let it go. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's no way he can come back from this. Got the girls running and hiding and stuff. You know, like
I'm just coming
like scared little kids when their parents come home.
downstairs, bro. It's too much.
All this played out on camera, but Deshae Frost got a creative excuse for why he did that. Now, an apology video should be you apologizing for what you did and you repeating how there's no excuse, you're done. But Deshae proceeded to list out many excuses for why what he did wasn't as bad as we're trying to make it.
Before this video starts, I want to say it's never okay to hit a woman. Ever. I know I might clip from a lot and say things or whatever for clips or anything, but at no point should a man ever put their hands on a woman. And I take full accountability and responsibility for that, and I'm sorry. And I've expressed that to her after situations 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and everything from this video. I just want to get that across. I'm not making.
This was like 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, what? So why is this coming up now? I mean, it's up now, but it's like, why now?
Excuses. I did a thing, and I appreciate everybody, you know, getting on my ass and all these things, but I just wanted to tell my truth of how everything just led up. First things first, I want to say is I will never, ever put my hands on a girl who's never put their hands on me, okay? I'm not a person to initiate and do things.
You lied. You just did. What are you talking about? I'll never put my hands on a woman who never puts her hands on me. You just did. What are you talking about, bro? Ooh, bro, this is like him trying to manipulate like narcissistic tendencies. You see how he started off with saying like, I take full accountability, yada, yada, yada. And then he proceeded into not doing that. Jesus! Oh,
and
brother.
try to hit a girl because you know, just out of the strength of just arguing or anything like that.
But that's literally what you did. Here's what he's about to do. He's about to try to convince us in real time that our eyes didn't see what we saw. So this was an hour video. So the leak footage, the 10, 15 seconds, that was edited out of the hour plus episode that came out. So we got to watch an hour of him antagonizing this girl, of him trying to get her to come and be with him alone, and she's saying no, and them arguing. So we watched an hour of this, and she didn't put her hands on him not once. He even said he would hit her because he thought she was about to hit him, but she never put her hands on him.
This was from season 2. This was from 2022, 2023, 3-4 years ago. And she was one of the girls that she came on the show. I brought her on the show and everything. And during the whole show, like, she was the only person who was literally like, I don't know, like physical, and she was hitting me. She was doing these things, which I had to cut from YouTube videos because of monetization.
Okay. One thing, you could tell when someone's lying because of how they answer or respond to something, stuttering, and then it's a lot of uncertainties and a lot of vagueness, you know, left, not a lot of definity. You know what I'm saying? He said, I don't know. She was like, and maybe, you know, stuff like that. It's like, no, bro. It's like, it's either she came on the show, she was wilding out, and she was putting her hands on you, or she wasn't. It's not like, I don't know, she was putting her hands on me somewhat, and like, no, bro. At least that's how I feel, and at least what I've picked up on from my own experience. And maybe you can relate this to yourself when you find yourself lying to people. You know what I'm saying? When you're caught off guard, or even in situations like this where you're trying to save face. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to grasp at anything you can to put yourself in a better light in the situation. All you're trying to do is manipulate the truth and or lie. You know what I'm saying? Fib, tell a story. No, D Green.
And she would hit me and all these things, going back and forth and yelling, going back and forth and doing these things. And it kind of was just got to a point where I kind of didn't want to deal with that.
Let's just be charitable and give Deshae the benefit of the doubt. Stay with me. There's a method to my madness. Let's give him, hey, man, she been here for multiple episodes, and in those other episodes, she was putting her hands on. What does that have to do with that day and in that moment? In that moment, she wasn't putting her hands on you. In that moment, you were the aggressor. You were the one who was picking and fussing because she didn't want to go and be alone with you in private. You were the one who was calling her ungrateful. You put your hands on her after throwing her wig. You threw her wig and she still didn't attack you. Most women will put their hands on you if you throw their wig in an ocean, something you didn't pay for. So, man, cut it out, bruh. Now, after, I guess, that she hit me, excuse in his mind wasn't hitting, he transitioned to, I was drunk.
I was drunk, and like I said, anything I say in this video is not to make anything right. This is not to make anything right. This is not make things easier. This is not an excuse for anything. This is just me telling this story. And I feel like nobody should ever, 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 ever put their hands on a girl. Ever. It don't matter how mad.
You are trying to make light or give grace to the situation because the story's there. There's no need for the backstory. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she was like this beforehand, and it was an accumulation of things that led to this point, and there would be no need to give any of that information. However, you are trying to save face. You are trying to. I get what he's saying. He's not trying to excuse his actions. I get that, but at the same time, you are trying to make it seem like it's not that big, and it is something that I've looked over within myself, and it's something we can move past. However, that's just not how the internet works, and that's just not how socially people work. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the internet, because they're liable to hold you accountable to anything and say anything about you, and especially with your career being based off of this. You know, so you can't have anything like this coming onto the internet, or allegations or footage. You know, you can't. You got to move right. We got the footage. We got the footage. Like, we don't need nothing else. All you had to do, you didn't even have to make the video. You could have just sent a tweet out. Oh, In my response to that video that's surfaced up from 2022 of episode 2 of my love show, I just want to say my actions are inexcusable. I've apologized and already made amends with the victim and the girl, and we've moved past and we've moved forward. I hope you guys can forgive me. If not, all is well. And that it could have just been that, or something along those lines. But making a whole video on it, come on now, dude. This is not the way to do it. This is not the way to do it. I'm gonna drop a video on manipulation and narcissism, because I feel like there's been some significant videos that have dropped that I can utilize to depict that and show you guys, so that way you can better maneuver through life, because that's just part of life. You're gonna come across people that are narcissistic or manipulative or aggressive or etc. like that. And I feel like painting some light on certain situations that have surfaced will better help you navigate. But anyways, back to the video.
You get, it don't matter anything, you know what I'm saying, like fighting or anything, unless like you literally like are getting punched 100 times or whatever, something just to throw her out the way or move her out the way. But yo, I think that just doing that was just, you know what I'm saying, it was, we were arguing, there's been things off times, off cameras, where she would hit me and all these things like that, and I'm trying to talk to her and vibe her like that. And what happened at the boat situation is that we were yelling, arguing, and she had just said things. I heard she said that I did this because I couldn't like, or something like that. Bro, that argument happened, whatever, because she was saying crazy things, which I had to cut out, and saying crazy things about my family.
That's a lie from the pits of hell. The argument didn't start because she was saying crazy things about you and your family. We got the full footage, bro. The argument started because you walked up to try to get her attention and get her away from the group of women, but she wouldn't leave the group of women and go with you alone. Here's the beginning of the argument. She's talking to other women, minding her business.
Look, before he even gets into it, it doesn't matter. As a man, words should not move you to take physical action against women. I was going to say violence in general, but there are times when you have to protect yourself and or your family, aka your life being in danger, something like that. But as a man, you want to be in a place where you have such control and awareness over your emotions, and you have an idea as to the type of person and man you want to be, to, in these situations, take a step back, let it go, just leave the situation alone. Because one thing you got to understand, nothing's permanent, okay? At the end of the day, them saying words and stuff like that, it's only going to last in the moment, and it's only going to last any longer than that if you allow it. If you allow it to fester within you. Just, it's easier said than done, yes, but you need to just brush that stuff off, man, because you can't be out here hitting women and just putting your hands on people in general just because they say something. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand the facts of life. That's a fact of life. Gonna be people that say things that you don't like. And if you're the type of person that puts your hands on them or engage in violence as a form of retaliation or a form of you expressing said emotions, you're not gonna make it very far. You'll probably make it as far as the jailhouse, the prison, you know what I'm saying? Behind bars. It's probably as far as you'll go. And this is not to dismiss how you feel, because again, I understand as a man, bro, I'm a very I'm not gonna say emotional, but I'm very in tune with my emotions. You feel me? However, I've learned through experience to not allow my emotions to control me. You gotta understand, you are the observer. Your feelings, they're completely valid. However, you as the observer, you choose what to do with said emotions, because think of emotions as fuel. When you're happy, you're more likely and more fueled to do positive things. When you're content, same thing. But when you're angry, think about the things you're fueled to do, the type of music you listen to, and what it drives you to do. It's the same thing in situations like this. I'm just yapping, but these are things that I had to learn on my own. And if there was videos like this that were dropped when I was going through phases of my life, I would have been so grateful and appreciative. So I'm just trying to just share what I've got, because that's what it's all about. Knowledge and wisdom and experience is not meant to be kept to one person. It's meant to be shared.
He walks up and throw a water bottle at her to try to get her attention to take her away, but she wouldn't leave the women because she knew Deshae wanted to sleep with her and she didn't want to sleep with him. So because of that, Deshae got agitated that she wouldn't go off with him, and he began to call her ungrateful. That was the beginning of the argument.
Damn. It's too hot for that. Like, have to go.
Okay, I will.
Wig off. Wig off.
Throw this in the ocean.
Don't throw my wig in the ocean. I literally kill you if you throw my wig in the ocean.
All right, bet.
Deshae. What? Don't throw my wig. Yo,
Man, them girls fine. What? Man, bro messed up a play. Let me tell you.
throw that girl wig in the ocean.
Who gonna stop me?
What you mean? Try to grab it? Don't throw it. I'm gonna try to grab it. Just don't. No.
There's just things you see, I don't know, as a man, and maybe other people can relate, but there's just things you see. I guess it's like the ick, but that's not how I think of it. It's just like, you goofy, bro. Like, that's what I get. Like, this is goofy behavior. Like, bro, you're on a boat, a night. I've never been on a boat, so anything on on a boat would be nice. Not like a boat like this. So, man, I would have been enjoying it. She's tripping, man, whatever, bro. Whatever. Got all, bro. What? Oh my god. And this dude chose to stand on the edge of the boat holding another girl's wig after arguing with her in front of the other shorties, and then going back and forth about, I'm gonna throw this wig into the ocean. Like that's how it comes off, like sassy, like flamboyant almost. Like, bro, I couldn't be friends with him, bro. I'd have to check him. I was like, bro, you got to cut that lame behavior out. That's goofy, bro. We can't be doing that. No, bro, we can't be doing that. And now it's on the internet. Like, say you do apologize and all is forgiven, right? The thing about this life is you only get one, right? And with the internet and being an internet figure, this thing it's already stamped on your life. But now it's stamped on everybody else's lives that viewed it and choose to remember it. And it now becomes a memory and it goes on with them. Because had this not been on the internet, it would have just been between him and everybody that was on the boat or whatever, right? But this is on the internet, so this is going to carry and follow you for the rest of your life, no matter how much money you make, no matter what you do. It's like, oh yeah, but didn't you put your hands on old girl or whatever? You know, people are going to bring that up. You know how the internet is.
Oh, I'm gonna try to grab it. I'm not gonna go too far, but don't throw my wig. I don't, like, you're gonna pay for it.
How? Is that?
My.
And it's just awkward. Like, what do you, like, in this situation? Now we're just all standing here. You're holding a wig. They're looking at you, and they looking good, too. Like, what are we doing, bro? Female energy right here. This is very childlike, attention-seeking. You know, I gotta prove a point. Like, this is egotistical.
Dick. Who the
Yeah, bro, I'm talking. You be talking. It's good, bro. It's on camera. What are they talking about?
I have no idea.
She wasn't attacking you or berating you or talking about your family or your sister until you came over and you began to berate her and you began to attack her, and then she began to hit you back with whatever she has in terms of insults. So I don't understand why Deshae couldn't just stop it at, hey, man, I made a mistake. My anger got the best of me. I'm sorry. It won't happen again, and keep it pushing. To continue on with this nonsense is absurd.
If you guys know me, I'm a very family man. I was just talking about my sister, all this other she could all crazy to cut out. She was all doing this. My family, talking about my family members, my different type of things, just up and being big and bad, you know. And me as a man, I lowered my morals and I went down to her level. Any guy that would hit a girl and do those things or whatever, you're lowering your how can I say, your respect. You're lowering your respect for yourself and you're going down to her level. And as a man, you should never do that. She definitely was trying to irritate me and get on my nerves and do all these things. So
you started cussing her out first. You hit her first, but yet you think that you hitting her was going down to her level? No, if you went down to her level, there wouldn't be no insults and there wouldn't be no hitting. If you went down to her level, you wouldn't be in this situation because she wasn't cussing you first and she didn't hit you first.
When we're on the boat.
Beyond that too, you gotta peep behavior like this. So what, narcissists or people who manipulate, if you don't want to use the word narcissist, or if you believe he's not one, in this situation, people will try to manipulate it and use emotions to navigate through this whole dynamic. Peep how he tried to set himself up like as an honorable person. I care about my family, I'm this and I'm that, right? And then he tried to get your emotions riled up with the girl, and she's talking about my family and she's this and this. So now he has to play this protector. You may not consciously be aware of it, but subconsciously that's what your body is picking up on. So you're not going to be as distasteful of the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting my words all jumbled up. Hopefully that made sense, right? But just peep how he's trying to use emotions to trigger you and to get you riled up and to use that as a way to just navigate through the conversation as I said before.
And she got up. I thought she was good enough to hit me again. And I just mushed her. My main thing is I was never trying to hurt her. I never like slapped her, but from that angle, it looks really bad. It looks really bad. But I mushed her ass.
It doesn't matter. People aren't debating, oh, did he push her or hit her? Or no, you hit her. And okay, intentions don't matter, actions do. That's the only thing that matters in reality. That's the only thing that affects reality is actions, not intention. But your intentions fuel your actions. So your intentions may not have been to hurt her, but your intentions were to get that frustration out that you had for her out. And it just got to a certain point where it boiled over and you could no longer hold it. So you hit her. That's what that was. So okay, maybe your intentions weren't to hurt her, but your intentions were still coming from an egotistical, a negative, a selfish space, because it's me. Oh, I want this, I want that. How dare you be defiant against what I want? And as opposed to it's just being a simple boom, bada beep, come with me, we do our thing, I'm getting this pushback and it's unexpected and I don't know how to handle it. And now it's the combination of that. It's being recorded. I know for a fact as he was going through, he's probably thinking like, dang, this is being recorded. There's other girls standing around watching this. Videographers watching this. Old boy just came out. He's watching this. And even if they cut this out, there's always the possibility that it can come out. So there's the combination of all those feelings. Also in the moment of him not getting what he wants. Or maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what y'all think.
Over there, I mushed her ass out because I was not finna be hit. I was not finna go in there, and I just walked away. But with that situation, I seen things she was doing. She was saying, talking about all these different things, and it's like, bro. After that, I apologized. We was kissing, and I'm gonna put clips in here too. But we was kissing, and you're saying you didn't let me, you didn't want me to after you literally gave me some head. And I don't not to put your business out there, but you gave me some head. Yeah, another thing, just even things like even she's doing now, just saying that like when she sees my sister, she's gonna fight her and do these things. She's been waiting up like all this time to see her in person. That is up, and you felt all these things, and it's like, bro, 3 years later, what was this energy 3 years ago when that thing actually happened? And all these things, and mind you, she said way more worse things that that I'm not even gonna say.
Bro, it don't matter. It don't matter. Like, oh my God. Dude. This could have been cut off at like the first 45 seconds of his video, of his apology video. It could have been cut off there. All of this extra stuff does not matter. And then, dude, you went ahead and said she gave you head and stuff. Like, bro, that's just... Man, it's just weird, bro. This is weird behavior. It doesn't matter. All he's doing is describing a toxic relationship. If you've ever been in one, you know. That's all he's doing is describing one. It's just on the internet. It's being showcased to everybody. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't excuse your actions. He's giving you all this information, trying to get you to have to think about all these different things. But no. Forget everything he's saying in this video. Did he apologize for hitting her? Okay. That's it. That's really it. Besides that, if she's taking any legal action against him or whatever, then there's probably gonna be videos and stuff about that. But outside of that, there's nothing else you can do, bro. My actions were inexcusable. All this extra stuff is just fluff, and you're just describing a toxic relationship. And then it's like, bro, I've learned off of my limited experience of women that I've had, and I'm not famous. You know, I don't have notoriety. I don't got money like that. You feel me? And I've had my fair share of experiences where I've learned from them, and I've learned lessons from them that he's now having to learn. I just don't understand how you get around all these women, and it's just like you don't start to expect these things. This is what's helped me, and maybe this will help you. But when you start seeing patterns of behavior and you start realizing, okay, X, Y, and Z may not definitively mean X, Y, Z thing. However, these patterns of behavior are similar to things that have led up to negative things in the past. And I've learned to expect it and realize it and be aware and be able to recognize those type of things. So when they come up, I can make the decision, okay, am I going to continue to engage with this person? In this situation, it's like when you want to sleep with her and then you find out that she's telling all her girls that she's going to set up a plan to not sleep with you. At that point, personally, I would have just been cool off her if I was him. Let's say he didn't. Okay, cool. He continued to engage. All right, then you go and attempt it in person, live action play, you feel me? And you see that she's going through with it and not going, you feel me? Okay, at that point, I would have been done. But it's like, bro, all this fluff is just nonsense. Bro, it doesn't excuse your actions. And I'm wondering and curious as to like the people around him, how are they going to respond? You know, like DDG and stuff like that. Because it's like he has a brand and image to uphold and all these other people around him. So it's like now that this is out, are they going to continue to be cool with him?
Crazy things just about my sister and her personal things and doing things and just saying things with my families in general.
This man said, I didn't slap her, I mushed her. Your hand started here and it connected with her face here. The only difference between a slap and what you think is a mush is once you got here, once you did this, you didn't back up. You slapped her and then pop. It's still bad, bro. Now, this quote-unquote apology that didn't include an apology is apparently getting Deshae in court, is apparently getting Deshae in some legal troubles because the girl who he's talking about, the girl he put, his hands on, she has announced that because of this apology and what she would say are lies told by Deshae, she's retaining an attorney and taking legal action against Deshae.
No. Hey, they always say it's smart to learn from your mistakes, but it's wise to learn from others. As someone who's just viewing this, and you as someone who's viewing it as well, just learn from this. Especially when you have an image or you have something, a name that's worth upholding and a life that you feel is worth keeping and not destroying and continuing to build. You got to think about situations like this because it can get very real very fast. I highly doubt he's going to go to any jail, but if she goes for any type of monetary compensation, she can get a bag off this dude. It's like, bruh, what? I'm sure she already got paid or she already made some type of money on going on the show. And then now she's about to make money off a situation that, let's be honest, she didn't really take that seriously because she is now getting an attorney years later. You know what I'm saying? Because they said this happened in like 2022. So she's now getting an attorney. If she personally, to herself, deep down herself, felt that it was an issue with her, she felt she needed to take it to court, she would have did it back then. So right now she's just using it as an opportunity to go for that money. And hey, money can't unlame you.
Gave who head? Did he say I gave him head? Why would I be doing all of this if I did anything with that man? He said that? Can one of y'all send me the video where he said that? That's going to my lawyer, promise you. I'm gonna pull up the screenshots. I'm gonna put on the live. Hold on. This was when he was lying again, saying that we had, and here's the messages right here. And then hold on, let me show you another. Keep my name out your mouth and don't ever lie on me. That's the last thing I'm gonna ever say to you. Don't speak to me again. He's been lying on his video. He's been lying. These messages are from 2023. He's been saying we had sex and I did whatever. Here's the proof. Never had sex with that man. Let me pull this picture back up again. I said, you had me talking to your weird daddy, asking a bunch of weird. All I want to know is, did we fuck or not? Because we didn't. I could have told my dad how you put your hands on me, then that would have been a bigger problem. So let's keep cute. You have a great day. He literally tells the world that his little, like, boy, I would never. He said you gave him head. He's a liar. He also said I hit him. I never hit him. He's a liar. You didn't see me kiss him. You saw him kiss me. It's okay. He will be hearing from my lawyer. Promise you that. Let me call my mom real quick, yo. You say he didn't apologize, but you say he apologized. I said he didn't apologize to me after everything went on. They say he didn't say we had sex. They said that I sucked his, that he's going around telling people that I sucked his. Write that down. Write that down for the lawyer. Why?
You said it on a social media platform.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope somebody screen recorded that as proof. Now they got this thing going around where after y'all left off the boat, you kissed him and was holding his hand walking down the thing or whatever.
Didn't I just tell you I didn't kiss that? I just told you he kissed me. Like, what the?
No, I'm gonna show you the video.
Mom, I seen the video. Get off my phone, bro. Like, is she good? The nigga kissed me, and he said you slapped him first. He's a liar. He's a liar. Let me send him a voice message, y'all. He won't reply to none of my DMs. He won't reply to my DMs. And then you're going online saying that we had sex or I gave you head. You're a liar. You know I never put my hands on you. You can't put that on Bali. You can't put that on your little sister that I did anything with you or that I put my hands on you. Yo, why?
Deshae, for your sake, man, I pray to God you are telling the truth, man. Because I'll be real. Like, you already know you did bad. You put hands on her. And she kind of held it down and kept your secret for years. Like, she never told nobody. She didn't put it out there. It took your editor coming out and dropping the footage. She's behind the scenes telling you, just don't lie on me. I'm going to keep it cute. And she was good. Now, she's telling you 3 years ago, I didn't tell your dad you put your hands on. So she's keeping it like mute. And you, bro, you don't, listen, man, you don't want to piss off this chick, bro. Because when this chick starts popping out outside and really doing interviews as raps, man. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this?
Bruh, for real. And that, it's just messy, bro. This is why y'all gotta find you just one girl, move right with her, or just don't have a girl, you know what I'm saying? And keep your emotions intact, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be the thing that really makes or breaks a man, is in situations, are you going to let your emotions get the best of you? In moments when you need to be the student and you're not the teacher, are you going to let your ego get the best of you? In moments like this, are you going to let your frustration and anger get the best of you? And XYZ, so on and so on. But yeah, let me know what y'all feel in the comments. You know, like, comment, and subscribe. Adios!